Here we are on this magnificent planet Earth, on which millions and millions of years of evolution have taken shape. Millions and millions and millions of creatures have played a role in allowing us to be who we are. The great nature's experiment. And those creatures are gone. They no longer exist. They've gone extinct. But what they were able to adapt to gave us that little edge of all those creatures coming together, that we could be who we are. You're alive. This is your time. You exist. You can feel. You can see. What do you think is the possibility for you? The grind? All that we deal with? Or is there something more? Is there such a thing as content human being? Is there such a thing as a human being full of gratitude? Is there such a thing as a human full of clarity? Is there such a thing as a human being full of joy? Is there such a thing as a human being full of understanding? Is there such a thing as a human being full of light? Is there such a thing as a human being full of answers? Is there such a thing? Because if there was, then to experience this one day would be enough. To experience that one day would be enough. Does this possibility, does this sweetness of being a human being, of being content, exist every single day or not? Period. No arguments, no this, no that. I'm not saying we achieve it, we achieve this. That's not the point. That's not the point. Don't get trapped by that. That's silly logic. Why is it silly logic? Because if it is not clear to you where it is that you want to go, and then trying to work out a clear route to a place that you don't know where it is, that you want to go to. Do you want to go to the restaurant? Do you want to go to the zoo? Do you want to go there? But you don't know. And now you're saying, but I need a routing. A routing to where? The restaurant? The zoo? See, that comes later. First, we got to work out. You have to work out. I'm here to just inspire you to think. Get the cogs rolling, the other ones that we don't use. too often, because there are ones that we don't use, because the other ones that we do use, they are almost worn smooth. Because they're just used and used and used and used and used and used. And the noise. You know what I'm talking about? The noise. From the morning till the evening, and any waking second of the night. The noise. You better do that. You better do that. You should have done that. And oh my God, and what's gonna happen now? The noise. When you're driving, the noise. When you go to the shopping center, the noise. The noise. The noise, the noise, the noise, the noise, the noise, the noise. Is that the human being? Full of noise, full of pain, sorrow, cynical. Nah. Peace? Nah. Joy? Nah. Not in my life. Happiness? Oh, come on, get off it. There's serious issues. Serious issues. Because if we don't understand the possibility of our life, who is? Who is? You cannot understand the possibility of someone else's life, no matter how hard you try. And so under this circumstance, in which there is so much greed, there's so much pain, and the pain isn't created by anyone else but people around us and us. To understand the idea of one day would be enough for anything is hard to imagine. What would be where one day would be enough? When a lifetime isn't enough. But you haven't given your life a chance to show you the possibility it has. You have given the world a chance. You've given this world many, many chances. You're fired. You're hired. You're fired. You're hired again. You're fired again. But have you given your life a chance to show you what it has? What does the world of joy look like? What does the world of understanding look like? What does the world of answers look like? What does the world of clarity look like? where you can rest and fade away your tiredness, to become excited about indeed every breath that comes into you. Wow, what a gift. To embrace reality that is not born of ideas or discussions, but a reality that you feel, that is tactile. Not just empty promises. Don't you see the difference between empty promises and what your life wants to show you is not empty promises? What your life wants to show you, what your existence wants to show you, give you, offer you, is tactile, it's real. Not a bunch of empty promises. Clarity does not make empty promises. Oh, never. Joy does not make empty promises. Never. The ocean of answers never makes empty promises, ever. The flower of gratitude never makes empty promises, ever. It's real. It's real. The world does. The world does. And we're so good at closing our eyes to reality and saying, all right, that's just how it is. I'm miserable. And I don't know why I am miserable. And I accept my misery. And let me see if I can make more who are around me just as miserable as me, so I will have good company. See, misery begets misery. Sadness begets sadness. Clarity begets clarity. It gives birth to more clarity. As sadness gives birth to more sadness, clarity gives birth to more clarity. That's why one day is enough. Because in that one day, you could start a farm of clarity. In that one day, you could start an ocean of understanding. One day, where it has clicked. That's my life. Life is the most amazing gift that you have. My friends, this is the most amazing thing that will ever happen to you. Don't you know? It's the most amazing thing that will ever happen to you. You've been transformed from just being a dirt to a dirt that can smile, can see, can appreciate. This did not happen so you could be miserable. That's pointless. That's pointless. Pointless. Illogical. So, to me, it's all these beliefs that we have, and we hang on to them. They produce nothing. They don't even cluck, they don't even lay an egg, but we keep them. And we keep them, we keep them, and keep them. And when do we take that challenge of knowing? Because first in that list of that challenge of knowing would be to know thyself. And when you do know yourself, one day would be enough to then unfold what needs to unfold. To know yourself. It is the most amazing thing to point to a person and to say, do you know yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you know your strength? I know you know your weaknesses. I know you do. But do you know your strength? Do you know your strength? I know you know what you don't have. I know you know what you don't have, but do you know what you do have? Have you found your gift? Every human being on the face of this earth has a gift. And when you find that gift and pursue that gift to no end, then you have just created your destiny. But you will never know what that gift is till you know yourself. And the day you know yourself, then one day would be enough. And that's what I mean by one day would be enough. Where is the integrity of the human being? Where is the integrity of the human being? Where is the integrity of that being that has been in the making for millions and millions of years? And unknowingly or knowingly, mostly unknowingly, so many creatures sacrifice themselves so you could be just like you are. This world today does not reflect that. The tragedies that we see happening, where there is no respect of human life, this is what happens. You're a human being. Be a human being. That's who you are. You are a human being. Be a human being. That's all you have to be. And you don't need to live 1,000 years to be a human being. Because one day would be